Chrysler Group owes a deep debt of gratitude to taxpayers in both Canada and the United States for the loans that enabled a re-energized and a restructured company to emerge. And we recognize, all of us recognize, that we have a moral responsibility to fulfill our promises, to justify these investments, and to pay back every penny that was loaned to us.
Gratitude extended, promises kept. And today, one of America's industrial giants is able to look forward optimistically to what's ahead. The resurgence of Chrysler is a national story of recovery on many levels, involving workers and companies from all 50 states. It encompasses big business, the economy, and ultimately a huge financial risk. But it is also a story about people, an estimated 4.5 million people, whose lives and livelihoods are directly linked to the automotive industry. These people include Chrysler's salaried, hourly, and contract workers, dealers, suppliers, and parts services employees, and retirees, all with a stake in the company's success, a success that was in question just 2.5 years ago. Flashback to October 2008. The National Auto Dealers Association reports year-to-date U.S. auto sales are down 31%. Layoffs and plant closures are rumored throughout the Auburn Hills complex. December 2008, Chrysler announces that it is dangerously low on cash, raising concerns that the company could file for bankruptcy, shutting down all operations permanently. Among those plants slated to be closed is Sterling Heights Assembly, which is scheduled to be shuttered for good at the end of 2010. In late December 2008, President George W. Bush announces a $13.4 billion rescue loan for the American automakers, including Chrysler. June 10, 2009, a landmark day for the company, as the sale of most of Chrysler's assets to New Chrysler, now known as Chrysler Group LLC, is completed. The federal government seals the deal with $6.6 billion in financing. And Sergio Marchionne delivers a special message to workers at Chrysler headquarters in Auburn Hills.
It is my great privilege to greet you as your new Chief Executive Officer. Although we have many challenges yet to overcome, there's not a single doubt in my mind that we will get the job done. Chrysler will be back, strong and competitive, and it will once again be a rewarding place to work. It is not often in business or in life that you receive a second chance.
But questions remained. Would Chrysler be able to survive and thrive while competing for the hearts and minds of motorists around the world? Would there be enough business to sustain the company? And what would be the watershed effect on the millions of workers whose livelihoods are linked to the auto industry? As early as August 2008, there were rumors that Chrysler was in talks with Fiat. And in June 2009, the two companies formed an alliance. This alliance has grown stronger and is progressing faster than anticipated. Success stories include product architecture and powertrain sharing, worldwide distribution expansion, and implementation of Fiat's world-class manufacturing processes. Chrysler's climb back to respectability and profitability did not happen overnight, but it was helped along by a series of success stories. Chrysler Group LLC today boasts 16 all-new or significantly refreshed vehicles since its formation in 2009. Employment figures in the U.S. are up almost 6,000 in the 18-month period between June 2009 and December 2010. The newly restructured Chrysler has emerged leaner, with more than 2,300 dealerships in operation. Internal audits show about 85% of them are operating profitably, compared to 70% at the close of 2009. And proving that success breeds success, Sterling Heights Assembly, the plant that was to close in 2010, now boasts 2 shifts as workers produce the all-new Chrysler 200 and the Dodge Avenger.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most.
And then, without a word of warning, Chrysler makes a bold statement to the world, nearly upstaging Super Bowl 45 with its precedent-setting 2-minute commercial announcing the arrival of the Chrysler 200, with the memorable tagline, "Imported from Detroit." The message was clear: Chrysler is back. Fresh on the heels of Chrysler Group LLC's improved sales and financial performance in the first quarter of this year, coupled with brisk factory production and new hires joining the company by the dozens each week, Chrysler Group LLC is on the verge of completing a comeback that seemed more than improbable just 2.5 years ago, as CEO Sergio Marchionne announces the repayment of its U.S. Treasury loans, with interest, a promise kept with gratitude.
I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that we are in deep debt, not just financially, but the taxpayers in the United States as well as Canada who enable a new restructured company to be formed. And there's no doubt that the determination and courage that was shown by the U.S. and by the Canadian governments are unique. We at Chrysler recognize that we have a moral responsibility to be worthy of these investments. And we intend to show our gratitude by fulfilling our commitments and by repaying every cent that has been loaned to Chrysler LLC